Hello and welcome to the Saturday, August 17th, 2019 episode of Apple Sidekick. Today's episode is supposed to normally be about, yesterday's is supposed to be about HomePod, AirPods, music, and then development. And it's supposed to be today. And so today, I'm going to focus on kind of both, since I messed out on yesterday. So we're going to talk about music, but we're also going to talk about development. And today's episode, right now. Sorry, cats wanting attention. So I haven't been keeping up with my development the last 2 days, I believe, and I started falling behind. And I just need to keep that habit. And I took some time off, and it's like I missed it, and it bothered me. So I need to stay consistent. I need to make sure I follow my daily schedule, and I need to make sure that other people aren't conflicting with it. So while I was frustrated, like yesterday I took the day off, I was just bothered. I had a lot on my mind, a lot going on. And I listened to music. I just walked, listened to music, and then, spent some time watching some Netflix, which will be interesting when Apple TV Plus comes out. But, I was listening to music that I don't have cell phone service because I don't really need it right now. It's an extra expense. That's not worth it unless I need it. So, and I have a prepaid phone that I use when I do need it. So, anyway, my point of that is that I, saved the music from Apple Music and then had it while I was walking. And it really does, music is something magical. There's one thing about listening to audiobooks and podcasts and all that, but there's something completely different with listening to music. It just takes you to a new level. And sometimes I listen to music while I'm, programming, but a lot of times I can't because it gets my mind thinking about too many other things. That's why I shouldn't really listen to music while reading books, because music is entertainment in itself. If you're listening to music while, reading or working, it should be without lyrics, because lyrics create something in your mind. And that's another thing we have to be cautious of, is being cautious of what we're actually feeding our mind, which, it's interesting because I like the radio features. I originally used to like the radio features of Apple Music better, but now that was when it first came out. Now it seems like it's kind of gotten worse. It might just be my imagination. But Pandora seems to offer better recommendations. Problem with Pandora is then you run out after 6 fast forwards. There's a lot of problems with that. You have unlimited with Apple Music when you're paying for it. You have it when you're paying for Pandora too. But Apple Music just integrates between my devices so easily that it's crazy. And it's nice because I can use YouTube, I can use Apple Music, and just go seamlessly between them, and use Pandora too. But it's worth spending the money, especially the family version to share with your family. Having all those songs at your fingertips, being able to save them for offline, especially if you're limited on data and stuff like that, it's important. Now, people are limited less on data, but I think that there's going to be a large number of people very soon that I would probably imagine they're the kids. And it's going to be another wave of people jumping on the internet all the time. and there's going to be no stopping them. But parents are going to give them hand-me-down devices that aren't connected all the time. And that's important. They may be limited on the amount of downloads, so that's important too. Music is one of those things where I think with the Apple parental controls, it makes it interesting. Even when falling behind, I still use music to stay inspired. I'm still using it to move forward. Sorry, cat's trying to get into stuff. But even Steve Jobs used music to stay inspired. Music is so ingrained into Apple. It's just really interesting to see all of this coming together, especially with Apple TV coming onto the scene, because they released their first show on Apple Music. Lay down. Which is weird because it's almost like they were trying to compete with YouTube in a weird way. And now they've got this TV which is competing with Netflix. I mean, they were trying to compete with Netflix, but I don't know. Apple Music is one of those hard things to justify for most people. Sorry, it's so hairy. He's trying to rub on me. It's like hair just. I apologize for the distractions. This is like, my mind has been distracted and my workspace has been disrupted. I'm trying to get it together. With these cats, it's hard in this current situation, in all honesty, because I can't, as you know, if you know anything about cats, they like to knock stuff over. You notice if you're watching them rubbing my nose and stuff, because I'm kind of allergic. My wife loves cats and she's allergic kind of to this cat. So I'm the one that is around him more, and it's important, but I need to get this prototype unit together, and I need to have it more efficient for these cats and get my stuff together better. I've just been slacking, and I guess I need to listen to some music to get pumped up after this. I mean, sometimes it's hard to stay pumped up. Sometimes it's hard to stay inspired, and sometimes you get so much ahead of you that it becomes overwhelming. And you've got to sometimes just turn on some music and go to work. Sometimes you just got to, really clean, and music really helps with cleaning. Sometimes you got to really work hard. There are a lot of construction people that cannot work without music. I guess what I'm saying is stay inspired. Listen to music that's going to uplift you. There's a time and a place for the music, for the mood, but if you're falling behind, don't listen to the depressing music. Listen to inspiring music. And there's plenty on Apple Music. Give the trial a try if you haven't already. And it's been so long since I did the trial, they let me do another free one. So it's kind of cool. And then I'll probably start paying for it. Because I want to be able to offer the most to people through this podcast. So I feel like it's important for me to be a customer of all the Apple services and the whole ecosystem so that I know as much as possible. So thank you for another episode of Apple Sidekick. I appreciate you. Have a great day. If you want to check out more of what we're working on, check out InspireLansing.com. That's InspireLansing.com. Have a great one.